Are you a federal employee and you're thinking about the Deferred Resignation Program? So let's talk about what that actually means and the transition. You want to make sure that you weigh your options effectively. So I am in that boat right now. Now, what really made my decision as far as taking that leap, first, I actually got my 25 years in. I was able to buy back my military time and add that on to my current federal service. So that's a total of 25 years. In the past, they've had early retirement offerings. And for somebody that has 25 years, it doesn't matter your retirement age, you're able to put in for early retirement. But if you are starting to really think about your exit plan, this is just good practice. Look at your SF50. Make sure that it is accurate. Look at your service date, your series, where you is, your locality, because that matters. If you are looking to retire, remember your top 3 is what they're going to average as far as your annuity. So make sure that you get your high 3 in. And then take a look at, it's called SF3100. It's basically consolidating all your federal time and putting them all together to make sure that it's accurate. So when they do look at your retirement, you have all the years that you need. Now, why did I go ahead and opt in for the program? Because I have been considering it for quite some time. I am 52. I have been preparing to transition out. I'm one of those people that plan years ahead. Now, people talk about, oh, you had a side hustle while you're working a federal job. We're allowed to have part-time work. And the challenge with that is it's long hours. I worked full-time and then I would still continue to work and build on the business after hours. So my days are 10 o'clock at night and sometimes the weekends are all included. However, I knew that learning the skills, developing them, and then putting them into practice are key if I'm going to transition effectively. Now, that was one of those decisions. I'm like, I get to buy back my time. The other thing is, do I have a support system? I am fortunate that my family supports me and my fiance has a really good job. So the career and the business I've chosen, it has potential to really make good money in the future. I just need to be able to have time to be able to focus on it. So these are factors that I needed to consider. We have adult children, so we don't have to worry about daycare, school, and I'm close enough to that age group that I can actually retire. And the other thing that weighed in was my family. I have elderly parents. One lives in Florida, the other one lives in Las Vegas, and I don't get a chance to see them if I return to the office. I'm super blessed. I had the unicorn job. I also voted for Trump, and I don't regret it because the whole point of serving federal government is to be able to not just serve the people. I work for the VA, so I got to serve veterans, and we want to do it effectively and efficiently. And if that's not the case, then so be it. So that's the choices I have to make based on what's offered. So besides family support, close to retirement, being able to early retire if it is offered, those are the things I considered. If I was in a different position, somebody commented in one of the other videos, they have 12 years in, wouldn't take it because I have to think about my family. I am nowhere close to retirement. That is, a break in service would be difficult, especially if you stop now and then come back in. The position that you basically resign from might not be available. And then plus you have to compete with a civilian job. Unless you're prepared and you started updating your skill set for the civilian position, might not be ready for it. It takes time to be able to prepare. I've been preparing for at least 2 years. It's long hours. And I was able to do that because basically empty nesters, our children are adults, and we're able to business opportunity that can be done after hours and on weekends. And I can do it from anywhere. So those are the things I considered. I know I left the military at 10 years and I had to make that jump. I chose family, because for me to continue on, I would be missing out on my daughter's life. I would be missing out on her childhood. And she was just 4. And that wasn't worth it for me. Again, now I am faced with this decision. I'm in a better position. Again, I'm doing it for family. I want to be able to enjoy my time and spend it with my elderly parents, because I don't know when the time will come that I would have to say goodbye. So I would rather just build those memories and remember those times. And I don't want to miss out. So those are the things to consider. Find your balance and find your why. It is a big decision to make, and consider all the different options. Talk to HR. Look at your long-term financial health. Think about the cost of break in service. There's people that have deferred their retirement, and there is a difference between deferred and postponed. Deferred means you may not get additional benefits that you would in retirement, like health benefits, and your pension might not be where you need for it to be. Postponed one is basically you've met some of the requirements, you just not collecting at the age that you can. So it'll be there, and it'll have all the additional benefits as far as like healthcare, maybe insurance. So really consider before making that decision. I hope that you'll be able to make the right decisions for your family. I do foresee changes coming, and that's another reason I'm doing the transition now, because I know there's a budget challenge for federal service. And unfortunately, when that happens in any business, the highest cost is employees. And that's the first thing that's going to go. So this allows us to make a choice. The next thing is, once we start reverting back to the office and then that transition happens, things that people that are not used to working back at the office, those challenges are going to come into fruition, and then that's going to maybe force them, and most likely, to quit. So now they won't have the option of the deferred resignation, so that buyout might not be available, and then that's going to be difficult. If you decide to stay, definitely specialize in your given field. Look at how you can make things more efficient. There's opportunities now with a different administration. People are looking for ways to cut costs. And if you can develop processes that makes it more efficient, reduces cost, leverage technology, and learn it. It's here. It's available to you. Then do that. And also look at opportunities to increase your soft skills, your leadership skills. Educate yourself. As long as you make yourself so invaluable that people will fight to keep you. The best thing about going back to the office is networking. Build those relationships again versus doing it on Teams, because then those relationships are side conversations that can lead to opportunities, and you just never know which direction it's going to go. So I hope that was helpful. Subscribe. As I go through this deferred resignation process, I'll continue to share it and see where it takes us. All right. This is the next 9 months till September 30th, 2025. I'll share what I'm learning as I go. All right. Have a great night. Thank you.